What's happening, you guys? Damocles here, and today we're talking about Outriders yet again. This time, they're coming at us with some new legendary changes, so let's just check them out. This isn't out yet. They have stated that. They're not live today, but they will be soon, and is it going to bring people back to the game? That is the big question. Is it going to bring me back to the game? Is it going to bring you back to the game? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious, but this seems to be a step in the right direction. Is it too little too late, though? So, changes to legendary drops. We're making some changes to the legendary drops. These are not live today, but they're planned to go live as part of the next patch, so probably next week, I would assume. Drop rates across the board increased by 100%. Great change. Great change. I mean, you can't go wrong with the 100% legendary increase, right? Can't go wrong with it. Should have been done probably a long time ago, but now 100% legendary drop rate across the board increase. Legendary level brackets will be removed so that all legendary items can drop at any level. So this wasn't really previously known. It was kind of hinted at, but it looks like there used to be a threshold at which you could get certain legendary items, and that is being removed. So, for example, the faded Ugake cowl that anybody ever talked about, that people could not seem to get to drop, is now not level gated. So that could potentially just start dropping them like crazy. Anti-duplication system being implemented. If a character has an item in their inventory or stash, and a duplicate item is rolled, the drop item will be re-rolled once. This does not guarantee every drop will be unique, rather it's designed to provide a second roll at avoiding a duplicate. So basically, when a legendary item drops, it has an initial roll of what item it's going to be. If the game detects that you have that item in your inventory or your stash already, it's going to re-roll it. It could still potentially re-roll to be the same item. Super low chance, but it's a much better chance of you getting something else that you don't already have. This is really great for people that are, 45 out of 46, hypothetically, for weapons or armor or something like that. They just can't get a death shield to drop. Rest in peace to you guys who still can't get one to drop 2 months later. Scripted boss Lu, Chrysaloid Yagak, will be able to drop all non-class specific legendary helmets. That's interesting. So they used to only drop a selection of legendaries. We knew this. This was basically just legendary demo stuff. But now they're going to be able to drop all of the non-class specific legendary helmets. This means that like Miner's helmet, the helmet with close encounter, and goodness, I can't, killing spree, like stuff like that. You'll be able to get that just from farming story mode. So people who farm story mode are going to like this. I still will never farm story mode, but I could definitely see why some people would be interested in that at this time. Luck system will be improved. Players should no longer experience very long droughts with a legendary item dropping during endgame. This never really occurred to me. It never happened to me. I mean, you guys have seen all my carries and all my VODs and everything like that, but, I averaged at least 1 to 3 legendaries every 2 to 3 CT15 golds, but this is going to help people who are getting stuck in a rut and just have super bad luck. So these are the item changes. I think that's a pretty good step in the right direction. I do think that it's about 2 months late on this. I think it probably should have been addressed way ahead of time before, the player base disappeared from the game. But maybe this will bring some people back. Let me know down below if it's going to bring you back to the game. I'm really curious. I do think that a lot of people also just stopped because of a lack of content, but maybe the fact that people can go and mix and match all different kinds of builds, that will bring people back to the game. Sign-in issues, this has been a problem for a while. People have not been pleased. People on Xbox are having issues getting into the game since literally the launch of the game, but now it looks like they plan to improve that so people stop getting locked out. Latest patch is undergoing testing, hoping to release it early next week. So we'll see if it, we'll see if it actually happens. These things seem to be getting pushed back a lot lately. The above sign-in issue combined with legendary drop changes is one of the reasons why we need a bit more time with this patch. Did not want to implement the legendary drop changes while on the back end while running the risk of negatively impacting sign-in times. I don't really care much for that excuse. I think that, you could have done these separately. But it doesn't matter. We're getting it now. Appreciation package. You guys saw my last video on this. They did this horribly, so it looks like they're just going to go and re-grant the package to everybody who claimed it in its initial release. So that's good. Originally, they were just going to drop it to a select few people. I didn't like that, but it looks like they're being smart about it. They're trying to be better to the players, and they're just re-releasing the appreciation package all over again. So people are going to be able to get another, piece of God Rule gear. So that's good. List of known issues. I mean, items being marked as new, that'll be fixed. Trickster movement speed with Cyclone skill, that's a big deal because this has been broken since launch, where you get hit in Cyclone spin and you just get stuck. Basically, your entire run is ruined. Hell's Range is not appearing on Epic Store. Don't know anything about that. May not proc Ash effectively in multiplayer. It never really occurred to me. I didn't really use it for the Ash, but I mean, I guess it's a good jump. Devastator's gravity jump can cause a client player to get stuck. Okay, this has happened literally since the demo of the game, so this is good that this is going to be resolved. Certain mods not working. I really wish they went more specific on this, like which mods weren't working in the multiplayer, but anybody who's played multiplayer knows certain mods just seem to turn off and on during multiplayer for no reason whatsoever. Scrap grenade mod being one of those things, but it looks like they're going to be investigating that anyway. Both of these are being investigated. Ravenous Locust does not deal damage if used together with weightlessness. That has been a known bug. Player dying while shield is active. You guys saw this on my video where I talked all about all of Outriders one-shot problems. This is just nonsense, and they're still investigating it, but right now it's like the shield is just bleh. I just don't like Trickster for that reason. Hunt the Prey does not turn. Okay, everybody knows that one. Still being investigated, still being investigated, still being investigated, still being investigated, investigated, and investigated. So, but I mean, this is just a results screen. So let me know what you guys think. It looks like people are saying this is a good change, but it is a question of, this person brings up a good point. If the drop rate is 0.01% and you double it, you're making it 0.02%. That's still nothing crazy. But I'm curious to see what you guys think. This is like brand new. This just happened 50 minutes ago. And I'm curious to know what your opinions are on it. So let me know down below. Let me know if you want to see more Outriders stuff. Let me know what games you're playing. I just picked up Chivalry 2, and I've been playing PSO 2, liking those. And a game that's slipping under the radar for a lot of people is this Dungeons & Dragons Dark Alliance game. It's a co-op dungeon crawler with a bunch of different moves and loot, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be free on Game Pass, so make sure you check that out. But that's going to be it for me, guys. Damocles out.